Hi, I'm making this video to challenge the Canadian government to try to stop me before I go through with my horrendous plan to fight every single endangered species on your list. I'm not gonna kill them. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna kill them. But if they happen to die, they die. And if I die, they die. It's all a fair fight. And they're in danger because Canada let me into the country. And that is their mistake. And the equivalent of the Canadian FBI has all the fair warning that they need in this video to come arrest me so that I can make the speedrun world record for getting arrested by the Canadian FBI and or government. Which is who, I need to ask? Canada FBI. CSIS is Canada's lead agency on national security matters for conducting national security investigations and security intelligence collection. Okay, that sounds more like the CSI, CIS, CIS, CSI, CSI, CIS, 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 the CIA. But that's not the FBI. Is there FBI in Canada? What is this? Canada's version of CIA. Yeah, that's the CIA. FBI. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police? Really? Really? That's their FBI? Whoa, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Holy shit. I know about the Mounties. I didn't know that that was their equivalent of the FBI. Holy crap. I mean, I knew not to mess with these dudes. Like, these dudes, you don't mess with. Look at that chin. Look at the jaw. Look at the jaw. Oh my God. This is handsome Squidward. Okay, so my challenge is, how fast can I get arrested by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police? So this is just a question of how many endangered animals could I get through in a battle, a fair battle, to the death before they come and stop me. Because I think the punishment for killing like an endangered species, which I'm not trying to do, I'm just trying to beat them to teach them a lesson. So it's all fair. Like, I think it's like something like 5 years in prison. So for every animal that I beat, you know, another 5 years. I'm trying to collect them, like Pokemon cards. Okay, so the common loon, this is the common loon for you don't know. Cool bird, like real neat duck. Like that's a sweet ass duck. Look at the red eye. Look at the baby. Baby, oh, do you get your red eye? When they kill, their first kill, they get the red eye. That's so cool. Okay, so if I was to battle this bird, okay, number one, they've got clearly some piercing abilities. So a frontal assault isn't gonna do me any good. I think their one weakness is that they float on the water, and I, with my dense bones, would be able to float below the water. So I would sneak up on them like a crocodile, and I would just peek one eye up to keep an eye on them. Or I wouldn't even need to do this. I would just open my eyes underneath the creek water with all the poop and the amoebas, and I would sacrifice my eyesight because I know I'm not going to last very long with all these animals that I'm going to try to fight, and I would sneak up below it, and then I would just upwards motion. I have a lot of ability to generate force in a forwards and upwards direction, so I would be able to kick off the bottom of the creek bed with a rising uppercut, but I would actually shape my hand like a dagger. This has to be hand-to-hand combat, no tools. Like, if I were to use tools, it would be unfair. I have to beat them with what is in my body and on my body and using my body to drive my body, which I would do. I would kick forward and upward with all of my kicking forward, upward ability, which is probably my strongest ability, and I would drive my fist in a dagger-like formation straight up through its body, and I would hopefully be able to grab its heart on the way in and then punch through. I would smash up with my forward upward lunging, grab its heart, push through, and then rip downwards into the depths, which I would win the fight. So this is gonna, like, it all rides on my ability to be very sneaky. But to be perfectly honest, they spend too much of their time laughing maniacally at how great they are. Obviously, you know, they look both ways to try to protect their baby, but they're not looking down. They're not looking down below here, below the surface. Also, not the national bird anymore. The national bird is now this thing, by the way, if you didn't know. This pathetic piece of shit, you know, this isn't even gonna be a fight. You know, I get one hand around and just squeeze hard and it just one squeak and it's gone. I'm not trying to kill these animals. It's not what I'm about here. Peace and love, but also fight to the death if it comes to that. It's really if they tap out beforehand. But this isn't even a fight. This isn't even a fight. So I have a list of endangered species in Canada, and a lot of these, you know, are gonna be able to put up a good fight. Some are, well, Orca, okay, that's gonna be a tough one. That is really gonna be a tough one. A lot of my forward and upwards ability to drive at that is kind of negated by the fact that it's a fucking orca. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's Let's start from the bottom. Okay, marmot. Okay, easy. Is this one of the things that digs in the ground? Size of a large house cat. Oh my god, easy. Crush it between my thighs. What's being done? What can I do? I can fight it. Oh, okay. Dens in rocky slopes with loose soils and lots of sedimentation from rainwater. It's a colluvial dweller. What is a colluvial dweller? The frick is a colluvial dweller? What the frick is this? What is this? What is that? What is that? What is that? A dweller in the Gulf? Dweller in the Gulf? What happened to your eyes, bro? What happened to your eyes? The dweller in the Gulf. Okay, I can't win a fight against that. I'm not even gonna try. Screw that noise. Is that protected by, is this, it says colluvial dweller and that's what this pops up. Is this like the evolution, like a Pokemon evolution of this thing that turns into a colluvial dweller? Oh my god. Okay, pass. Okay, I'm gonna pass on that one. You know, you get a pass. I can't risk that kind of transformation. I really can't. Okay, so caribou, right? So caribou is just a dumb moose. When it comes to a smart moose, you know, that's gonna be a real challenge. But a dumb moose is easy. So all you gotta do is bullfighter style. I'm gonna stand by a tree. And it's gonna come charging at me, and all I have to do is go whoop, and then it hits the tree and dies. Like, that's pretty much it. Or gets knocked out unconscious, you know, because it's not lethal. So this is really like, this is a simple fight. That's not even a matchup. Okay, Wolverine. The fuck is a Wolverine doing in Canada? I thought that was like in Tasmania or something like that. No, that's a Tasmanian devil. Is a Wolverine actually a real thing? Skunk bear. Good God. Marks its food with urine and musk. It pees on its food! A fluid secreted by its anal glands and glutton because of a voracious... What? What? Why do you piss on your food? You deserve death! What is wrong with you? Good God, okay. So powerful teeth and jaws are adapted for crushing the frozen meat they scavenge in winter. So I'm gonna counter this by just making myself as squishy as possible. So clearly their jaws are meant for more hard substances. They probably have the power to crush rocks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load up on a lot of Haagen-Dazs and I'm gonna make myself as squishy and bouncy as possible. It's gonna be like those anime villains where when the hero who's really good at punching in martial arts punches, and then they find that their fist just gets like bounced off of the rotund belly. So I'm gonna laugh at it because what's gonna happen is like it's gonna try to pee on me and it's got like the musk, but I will not have showered in like 20 years leading up to this fight. I am willing to do whatever it takes to prepare for this, and I will hide in the detritus of their own food, and then I will leap out, and when they try to bite me, all their jaws and bones will just like ricochet off. All of it will be absorbed by my immense mass, and then I will simply fall on top of them because they will stand their ground and they will yell at me, and I will just be like timber a bitch and gone. Okay, whooping cranes. I give it whooping cough. Easy, done, win. Whip poor will. I don't even know what I'm looking at. What am I looking at? What animal is this? This is a bird. Lays eggs in synchrony with the lunar cycle. Allows the eggs to hatch about 10 days before a full moon, giving parents time to gather as much as food as possible for the chicks. Chicks often distant. Okay, well, okay, this is easy. I'm actually gonna ruin the entire species here. I'll blow up the moon, and then they will never know when to lay their eggs. And then they will never reproduce a single generation and they're gonna be gone. If there's no moon, they can't reproduce. That's their stupid fault for being based on the lunar cycle. There can't be any eggs laid if you can't be in synchronicity with a bunch of dust in space because I blew up the moon. Okay, the Sei whale, the S-E-I whale, the Sei whale. Okay, whale's gonna be tough. They live 74 years. Okay, so I have a chance to outlive it. Technically, that's beating it. Okay, so I'm just gonna live very healthy. I'm gonna live a very healthy life. I'm gonna pick which one I'm gonna fight based on one that is matched up in terms of age with me, and it will be an endurance race. If it can catch me and I can catch it, we can fight each other, but because it's based in the water and I hate the ocean, I will never go in the water, and then I will just live a very healthy, very careful life, and then once it dies, then I can die immediately afterwards. And this is like the oldest age recorded, and I'm Korean, so I got a lot on my side on this one. Win for me. Put that in my book. I won that one. Rusty blackbird. Okay, so it feeds on insects, right? Insects and worms, is that what it said? Okay, so what I do, this one's actually kind of easy. All I do is I do the like got your nose trick, but I paint this to look like a worm, and when it dives towards this to try to eat it, I punch it. And then by punch it, I cave its skull in, and then it just falls down to the ground. And this is like an easiest win. This will be the quickest one, actually. I'll just paint this like a worm and be like, oh, who wants dinner? And then you're dead. The poor beagle shark. Oh God, no. Another It doesn't even have a picture. It's just the ocean. 12 feet long. No. This might be my first loss. Okay, it doesn't exist. So this thing's a myth. I think I win by default. It didn't show up to the fight. Therefore, you know, I think this means I won. Peary Caribou? Peely Caribou? Man, this is tough. God, there's got to be an easier law. What's the easiest law to break in Canada? Craziest laws Canadians break every day without realizing it, okay. Illegal to ice skate on any road in Wetaskiwin, Alberta, okay. You can face a fine if your cat damages any plants. And okay, that's not near me. Two bagpipers legally cannot perform on city streets at the same time. It is against the law to park within 200 meters of an active fire. Okay. A game in any municipal parking lot in red. Okay. Any game? Like a Nintendo Switch? Legal to whistle or sing at any given time in Myers Lake. Okay. Not allowed to have an internet. What? What? Okay, so I just have a fast internet. I'm watching Netflix in my bathtub with 5 inches of water in it. All right, so I'm taking a bath out in a public bathtub that I brought out there. I just got done building a snowman that's 40 inches, and then I'm playing an online game on my Nintendo Switch using an internet connection that's faster than 56K. This is how I get there. After I remove my bandages. It's illegal to consume fake maple syrup. All right, so I'm chugging corn syrup-based maple syrup in a bathtub of 5 inches of water after building a 40-inch snowman, playing my Nintendo Switch online with a faster than 56K modem while removing my bandages. That's how I get arrested super, super fast. Oh, man. How many laws does it take before they come get me? Before those handsome mounted police come get me. Okay, which animals could beat me up? That's the question, right? Like the heron, goddamn. That would probably just like dive bomb right through me and just like right through my heart. The perky caribou, I don't know about that, but I don't like the name Perky. This gives me some heebie-jeebies about it, and I don't like the way it's looking at the camera there. The kangaroo rat, is that the one that screams? Like, see him put in a clip of it screaming. Ah! Another one. Okay, so orcas, they don't typically want to eat humans, but, I guess if I challenged it to a fight, it would probably want to throw down, or it probably wouldn't be opposed to throwing down. So, I guess. A bird, eat it. Another duck, punch it. Grizzly bear, I'd die. Greater sage, Groose, I think I'd lose that fight. I think I would lose it. Gray fox, I would literally like turn it inside out. I'd reach inside its anus and I would pull its entire body inside out. The ferruginous hawk. No, I'd lose. Eastern cougar, I'd seduce it. Common nighthawk, I'd seduce it. Collared pika, Pokeball, Master Ball actually. Canadian warbler, I'd out warble it. We'd have a screaming match. It'd be like 2 sound waves going and bouncing against each other, and then eventually its head would just... burrowing owl. My forward and upward ability to thrust. All I have to do is launch upside down, and suddenly my forward and upward is backwards and downwards, and I'd go right into the ground. I'd meet it on its own turf, and I would just destroy it. Buff-breasted sandpiper. I would buff your breasts out of existence with a sandpaper grinder, bitch. Meet me in the field. Bobolink, your name's stupid. Blanding's turtle, more like Boring's bland. You're fucking boring. I'd eat you. I'd hammer. No, fist. No, I can't use tools. I'd blow up the moon again. Black-footed ferret. Dip its feet in white paint. Then it's a different species, and I've won. Baird sparrow, more like dead sparrow. American badger, why are you even in Canada? Get the fuck out of here. Endangered species. This is the species known as endangered species. Honestly, if I had to go up a bear, which its name was endangered species, I would be very afraid. I think that would not turn out well for me. All right, so it looks like once I fight these species, I should be able to get arrested pretty quickly. I think that it's pretty clear that I would win most of these matchups at great cost to the surrounding environments, like the moon being blown up and all that stuff, but worth it if it's just to allow me to actually fight some of these things. I look forward to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police to bashing down my door. Oh! I think that's them now. So I'm gonna go before they come arrest me. I'll be with you in just a second. Hold on, I'll be right with you. So I'm gonna be gone for like a long time. I think this is probably gonna stack up. But I haven't done anything yet. It's locked. You can't get in. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go. I gotta go real quick. Like the video, subscribe for more cool content. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm finishing up. Okay. Yeah. I don't have any weapons. No, I don't. Yeah, so I'll be gone. I'll see you guys around when I get out of Canadian prison. Take care, good luck to you, and as always, I will see you in the next video.